The problem of rape and other forms of sexual assault in the past on the show, and will continue to do so. And when it comes to sexual assault in the military, there are a unique set of obstacles for survivors seeking justice. Now, we've previously given you the scope of the problem through statistics which we can't be reminded of enough. Earlier this year, the Department of Defense revealed that there were 3,192 sexual assault reports filed within the U.S. military in 2011, an increase of 1% from the previous year. And just more than 76% of those reports were unrestricted, meaning that the reports were meant to launch an official investigation. But the other 24% were restricted, intended to shield the identity of the accuser. And again, those were just the reported cases. But to put faces on those statistics, and in order to give us a sense of what survivors endure, a new three-part series, Lauren, which aired this week on the YouTube channel Wigs. Directed by veteran filmmaker Leslie Linka Glatter, it stars Troyanne Belisario as the young sergeant alleging a gang rape at the hands of her fellow soldiers. Her complaint lands on the desk of Major Joe Stone, portrayed by Jennifer-Beals.
What I am trying to do is to get you to understand that you are exposed. You are exposed to scrutiny. Only 10% of unrestricted reports get prosecuted, and even if the men are deemed guilty, they're likely to suffer a reprimand or a slight pay cut, nothing more. But what will happen to you may expose you to repercussions for your entire career. If the prosecution is successful, you may be exposed to the resentment of your male colleagues. If it is unsuccessful, you may be exposed to further harassment.
Joining us now from Los Angeles is the star of Lauren and many more works that we've loved over the years, Jennifer-Beals. It is lovely to have you here.
Thank you so much.
So this is both very hard to watch and very hard to turn away from. Tell me a little bit about the character that you play in Lauren.
Well, I think Major Stone is a career soldier, basically. I think she's come up through the ranks at a time where she's had to completely embrace the sort of patriarchal culture of the military, and I think she's a really hard-boiled soldier.
You know, it's interesting as you talk about this language of soldier, because as I was watching the episodes, I thought this is a war movie, but it's war in such a different way, because it's not combat, you know, on the field of combat. This is actually combat of the soldier within the very system itself. What compelled you towards this project? What drew you to it?
Well, I had been studying the subject for a while, not specifically military sexual trauma, but what it means to be a woman in the military. And it's interesting to me, sort of the juxtaposition of gender stereotypes within the militaristic culture, if that makes any sense. I was interested in how does a woman become a warrior, and what does it take to become a warrior within that context?
Actually, it does make a lot of sense to me, particularly sort of the harshness with which the character that you play responds to the young soldier who's you know, saying I've been raped, and that harshness is meant, it seems to me, at least in watching it, is meant to somehow both be kind, right? It's saying don't pursue this, don't try to go for justice, because actually there's no justice for you to get. It's just going to be harder for you.
Well, I think Major Stone has had to go through a similar experience, and maybe several times, and I think that in order to survive within that culture, she's almost become ossified in a way, and she's trying to help this young woman prevent further victimization, really.
At the end of every episode, there's you all direct viewers to the Service Women's Action Network. Take this off the screen and into real life for me. What can viewers who see this and are moved by it, what should we be doing?
Well, I think one of the things that you can do is write to your congressperson and support the STOP Act. I think there are several veterans organizations that you can support, because I think one of the larger problems in terms of the veterans community is that a lot of female soldiers, once they get out, don't even consider themselves to be veterans, because that seems to be the complete service save for men. I'm sorry, I'm so early in the morning for me. I can't even put 3 words together. But I think awareness certainly helps. I think supporting the STOP Act helps. There's also a petition to make it so that people, assailants who are convicted within the military judicial system, have to register as sex offenders when they get out of the military, because right now they don't have to register as sex offenders.
Jennifer Beals, I so appreciate your performance in these pieces. I understand it's been green-lighted to go on to more pieces, and it's just bringing such light to such a critical issue.
Thank you.
Thank you.